a beginner in the stock market, you are in the right place, okay?
I am down $3 million.
And at 13, I bought some shares. Right after I bought, all of a sudden volume started to spike in the stock. Michael Jackson. I'm gonna make $10 million plus on Tattoo Chef stock.
It's official. I have sold all my TTCF.
I was wrong.
I think I was wrong.
If you're gonna bet on a profitable stock, you bet small.
Jeremy Lefebvre. Oh boy, you smell like pee-pee. We got some breaking news, everybody. Jeremy Lefebvre just sold another stock. What stock is this? I don't know. I haven't watched this video yet. But we're going to do some investigating. We're going to see what stock Jeremy just sold that apparently was going to 20,000x in the past. And then we're going to go watch an old clip of Jeremy pumping the stock about a year or two ago. Because he knows most of you morons aren't going to go back and watch his old videos. And even if they did, they'd probably like him even more. So let's listen to old Jeremy Lefebvre at 1.5 speed. And then we're going to roast him and expose him for the massive loser he is.
So the stock I sold out of completely is Corsair Gaming, CRSR. Sold it all.
Corsair, my horse, 10x my index, buy the dip.
Sold it all. Dumped it, okay? Now, first off, do I think CRSR is necessarily a bad stock to be in over the next few years? I don't think so. I think it'll do fine over the next few years. I look at it like this, okay? The company's disappointed me, and I'm like, how many damn disappointments can I take? You know, that's the way I look at it. Like, I've already been disappointed too much in the stock over the past few years. I mean, if we look at how many times they've missed or just met expectations, which, by the way, meeting expectations is pretty much a miss as well, okay? On EPS, like, yeah, good companies beat their earnings. Look at this, miss, in line. We might as well call those misses as well, okay?
Man, he's owned the stock since 2021, and he's just now figuring out it's not doing well. Now, Corsair basically, you know, they're all about designing and gaming peripheral systems. You know, like you want to buy a computer or a mouse or a keyboard. You go to Corsair and you buy it, okay? It's one of several companies that makes that crap. Here's what happened with Corsair, okay? During the clown market, the stock went up a lot. You can see it here on the left. Why? Because everybody got stimmy checks. They all decided to upgrade their gaming systems. And what do you think happened when the stimmy checks ran out? Oh, and there was inflation too. What do you think happened? Margins for the company collapsed. And Jeremy, the absolute genius, was all in Corsair. He's buying, he was scooping it up. Why? Because it's the future, bro. And the stock, which went as high as $45, is now trading at $13.13. Jeremy is not impressed. He is very upset with the management, and I'm sure the management is upset to learn that the world-famous investor, Jeremy Lefebvre, is upset with them. I mean, can you imagine Warren Buffett being mad with you and then putting that to the power of 10? That's Jeremy Lefebvre being disappointed in you, okay? I would be ashamed if I was the management of Corsair.
So the company's just disappointed so many damn times over the last few years, and it's like, how much more are we going to put up with in regards to these misses, right? If I look at valuation, obviously, Corsair is a hardware company, so it's trading at about 16.5 times 2024 numbers, which is, I think, a pretty fair valuation, potentially overvalued. You know, usually you kind of...
Oh, it's potentially overvalued, yeah, because basically, I used analyst estimates of future earnings, which are complete bullshit, and then I just randomly say whether it's undervalued or overvalued. Like, obviously, he doesn't know how to do this stuff if he keeps making the mistakes over and over again. Obviously, he's an absolute moron. This is yet another stock that he sold at more than a 50% loss. What a freaking joke, okay? So he sold Corsair. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to watch an old video. So we have this beautiful masterpiece right here. Doesn't even capitalize the time. God, he's so freaking lazy. He's so lazy. This is the world that we live in. Freaking YouTubers. Corsair stock price will bottom at this 2 years ago, August 18th, 2021. Let's see what Jeremy had to say about Corsair, my horsehair.
Different in this scenario because the small caps have already been devastated so bad, okay?
Okay, keep in mind, the stock during this video was $26. It's been cut in half. Okay, that's a pretty brutal collapse. And that happens to some, when you buy stocks, this might happen. But when this happens over and 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 over again, you're not a stock picker, and you should not be selling stock courses. I'm just putting that out there, okay?
And so this is an 80-90% probability that I think the stock's going to bottom somewhere around essentially where it is now. Just go...
An 80 or 90% probability that the stock is going to bottom between 24 and 26. Well, I guess he didn't say 100%, so he's basically covered, right? How low did this stock go? $11. Good Lord. Oh, what in oblivion is that? Just an 80 or 90%, bro. It's going to bottom.
Maybe a little bit lower, and then start to make its move up, okay? And so that's Corsair Gaming. Now, as far as me, this is my number one stock. I want to be very, very clear. This is my number one stock I am most interested in for call options.
Oh, this is gold. Oh, boy. So a call option gives you the right, but not the obligation to buy shares. Okay, you can force somebody else to sell you their shares. If it's worth it. If the price of the stock appreciates above the strike price, it's in the money. Okay, and theoretically, depending on how all the math works out, you want the stock to go super freaking high because you can use your stock option and you can exercise at the buy point that is in the contract. So you want stocks to moon. Basically, if a stock goes down massively after you buy a call option, you're never going to exercise it. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to hold it or you could sell it, I guess. I don't know how much somebody would pay for it. What's probably going to happen is it's going to expire worthless. That's right. 100% of the money you spend buying the option, the premium, it's going to be worthless because you're not going to exercise it and options expire. So he went ahead and bought 2024 call options. He was interested in 2024 call options. September 13th, 2020. So a freaking, 9 to 10 months from now? What do you think the stock, you think he bought options with a strike price of $8, $7? And if he did, how much do you think he paid in premium? He got annihilated off of this. So the stock is down 50% from that video, which is, it's pretty painful. But call options literally expire worthless. You lose every single freaking dime you put into them. What a dumbass.
There's no doubt about it. Like, if this stock continues around the range it's at now or goes down and those call options are out, it's my number one stock I'm most interested in. So in September, I would say there's an extremely high probability I buy some 2024 call options in regards to Corsair. Maybe even in October as well. I might buy a chunk in September, buy another chunk in October, and then maybe...
What happened to those, Jeremy? Mr. 70% compounded every year? What happened to these, bro?
Even a last chunk in November. It's going to depend upon where the shares are trading at, and also what are the premiums option sellers want out there and things like that. If the option sellers want some crazy numbers, I won't pay it, right? But as long as it's somewhat realistic, what the option sellers are, this is my number one stock I'm most interested in.
It's his number one stock he's most interested in, and he bought call options. And now the stock price is down 50%. Okay.
Especially if the stock stays around where it is. So yeah, that's Corsair Gaming. I hope you guys enjoyed a video like this.
Oh, and of course, if you enjoyed this amazing video where he said he was buying a stock that went down 50%, and then he bought options, which are probably going to expire worthless, don't forget to sign up for his course, bro. Oh, Jeremy. You freaking loser. You loser. I'm surprised you haven't taken these videos down. Now, did I hate Corsair? No. But to me, it was obvious that it was just a clown bubble stock. Why? Because stimmy checks. This was a stimmy check stock. That's what it was. And when there aren't stimmy checks floating around, which stimmy checks don't last forever, people, this company doesn't really make money. It's like barely profitable sometimes, usually unprofitable. And it's very sensitive to, inflation, competition. This was not a great pick, okay? So anyway, that's my thoughts. I just wanted to make fun of Jeremy because he's a freaking loser. He sold Corsair. One by one, he's going to sell these stocks. This video will eventually disappear. He'll have a meat breath remake of his channel. And everything will be golden again. All right, talk to you later. Cheers!